gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Strawhat Sitdown crew in the building. We promote to these other podcasts. We gon' put these people in their feelings when they hear this, and they know that they can't top this. We spit facts and we poppin'. Every time an episode is dropping, we see D3 in the corner. Mister, that's a real G with the green screen in the background. Got him looking like he in a real scene. We got Big Mod in the cut. Always ready with rebuttals, but he bring the knowledge when we in the huddle, so you know the crew is never gonna fumble. And it's YHuss, last but not least. If you ask me, then Cali, mad at Captain, make him rally around me. Every Sunday we gon' run deep, and we can't stop until we find out about that one piece. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We. What is going on, guys? It is your boy Cali Mac on the track. Never whack, bring it back, and we are back with Strawhat Sitdown, episode 35. I'm with the crew as of usual. I mean, we got that boy D3 in the building. What's up, man?
What's good, y'all? We finally back and everything moved. We in the new house.
Back. That boy has been going for a minute.
Yeah,
it's definitely nice to have you back.
Minister D3, mind you.
Minister D3. And for those of you guys that didn't know, we just got informed off camera that this guy's a minister, and then be marrying people. Like he be out here, man. Shout out to
Don't be changing lives, bro.
Yo, and congratulations, you won yesterday too.
Oh yeah,
yes sir.
My boys out here. Shout out.
My man had a weekend, bro.
I did. It was a godlike weekend.
Yeah, we got that boy Mr. G in the building too. What's up, man?
What's good, everybody? Let's get it.
Yes, sir. That boy Strawhat Mod in the building. What's going on, my brother?
What's good? Crazy chapter gang in this building. Let's go.
Crazy chapter gang, of course.
For real.
And of course, last but not least, we got that boy YHuss. What is going on, my brother?
What's up, yo? I'm actually super hyped for this chapter.
Yeah, this chapter was something, all right. It definitely was a lot of left field shenanigans that I'm pretty sure not a single soul saw coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's just get right into it. We're gonna kick it over to Mr. G for the summary, and then we'll just break everything down. So whenever you're ready, brother.
Let's go. All right. So, One Piece chapter 1059. The matter involving Captain Koby. The chapter starts around Fink's Island, Whitebeard's homeland. Marco is heading off after getting a ride from the red-haired pirates. Shanks asks him if he's really not going to join the crew, but Marco says, "I've spent enough of my life babysitting big-time pirates." We get to see the farewell between the Straw Hats and Yamato and Marco, and then we are shown to a new scene that was very unexpected as we see a tired and injured Boa Hancock with Amazon Lily in tatters. Boa realizes that the Navy will continue to attack unless she isn't there anymore, so she should suggest going and marrying Luffy. The clock goes back a few weeks as the Kuja warriors resist the Marine assault. The Marines deploy their new pacifista, the Seraphims, child soldiers with Kizaru's laser powers and Lunarian features, black wings, white hair, tan skin, fire pulsing from their back. The Marines spot a warship coming along, carrying an Emperor's crew. The Blackbeard pirates have arrived. Specifically, Blackbeard, Katarina Devon, and Avalo Pizarro. Koby tries to get Boa to give herself up, as she wants the Navy to let up immediately. On Blackbeard's side of the battlefield, his forces are being demolished by the pacifista. Blackbeard is taken aback by the pacifista's Lunarian features, implying he knows about them. He also notices the PX insignia right on the pacifista as the pacifista attacks him, which cuts the mountain of Amazon Lily in half. Blackbeard blocks the attack with his arm cloaked in armament haki, then unleashes his own attack, Black Hole. We flip back to Boa as she staggers the Navy with her slave arrow, turning Hilempo and Vice Admiral Yamakuji to stone. Koby's trying to get the pacifista to not endanger the Marines turned to stone. Boa gears up to attack him. Blackbeard intervenes and grabs Boa by her neck, disabling the use of her powers with his own devil fruit. We see the Blackbeard's own Titanic captain, Evelo, and Katarina were also turned to stone as well. In this scene, Blackbeard and Boa Hancock's current bounties are revealed, with Boa at 659 billion berries and Blackbeard at 3.996 billion. Blackbeard tells Boa he's had his eye on her power for a while. Boa retorts that it's her own beauty that makes her power strong, and that if he kills her, whoever he gives her ability to won't be able to release his executives from Stone Prison. Blackbeard says to Koby that they seem to be at an impasse, referring to him as Hero. Blackbeard continues, "You did me a favor back at Rocky Port, making it possible for me to oust Ochoko and become the boss of the pirate island." He asks Koby what he thinks. If he unhands her, would Boa change everyone back to normal? Boa states, she'll do it if the two of them get off her island. Blackbeard senses that if he lets her go, she'll just turn them both into stone, and though it's a conundrum, he decides to just kill her, which Koby protests. In that moment, right hand of the Pirate King, Dark King Big Silver's Rayleigh appears, stating he will ensure this de-escalates without issue, and all invaders must leave this island. In a jump back to the present day, we see that it clearly went well as Shakuyaku revealed to be the Empress of Amazon Lily from 2 generations back, and Rayleigh are sitting with Boa. They are discussing the pacifista, stating one of them looked just like Boa when she was a child. The chapter closes with the newspaper announcing that Captain Koby, the hero of the Rocky Port incident, was abducted by none other than Emperor of the Sea, Marshal D. Teach, aka Blackbeard. Current status unknown. End of chapter, no break.
All right.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, that was a lot. It was definitely a lot.
That was a lot. That was a lot.
There was a lot of left field things that happened. A lot of stuff a lot of people didn't see coming. Yeah, where do y'all want to start, bro?
Wait, y'all want to start? Y'all want to start from the cover story, or is
Yeah, you know what? Let's do the cover story because we actually have not gone over the cover story like the past 2 chapters. So like real quick, I think the last thing we left off was we saw
Caesar, right?
No, I think it was before Caesar because I don't think we went over the chapter, the covers when Caesar was.
You're right. I think it was we see Oven and Katakuri approaching the siblings, right? The Vince Smoke family.
Yes, this was it. This is the last one that we went over for sure.
Yep.
So after that, Caesar ends up pulling up.
Yep.
Out of absolutely nowhere. I don't know. Was he the shoes that we saw, or was that the other two siblings?
I think that was the other 2 siblings.
The when we saw the boots in Chocolate Town or whatever.
Yeah, that was the other
I'm not giving up, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I'm crying.
Nah, I think
I'm a
YHuss, I think it's over. YHuss, Mister, I think it's over.
We'll see once this cover story is done, because this shit's still going.
Until I see the next cover story, I'm gonna say no, it was someone else.
It is looking like it's wrapping up. We definitely did get Caesar here, coming out
Big
of nowhere to
development.
save.
Huge development.
In
this cover story.
I forgot he was even there. I'm not gonna lie.
And honestly, this was a big surprise because I mean, look at Caesar pulling out the hallucination gas on Katakuri and the ovens.
That was. I don't even think we've seen him do anything like that before, right?
No, even though he had that, bro.
That was a whole new power and shit.
Reach into his bag, bro.
Yeah, got both of these guys scrapping with each other. I think Katakuri low dips oven, but that's a debate for another time.
Oh, agreed.
Debate,
I mean,
nigga.
yeah.
This is
That's not a debate. That's kind of a fact.
All right,
But,
I just had to make sure.
It was a big development. I guess it's like we'll have to see what happens in the next one if this is like how they get away or if this is just another step in how they get away.
Out of curiosity, who do you think it is? Because I mean, my theory was
I have no idea anymore. Yeah, I was gonna say it was Blackbeard, Crocodile, none of these niggas like including none of these
I was gonna say like
every single guest that we had has definitely been debunked at this point.
Because
I'm like,
I thought it was Revolutionary Army, and we already saw them already.
We saw them too. Yeah.
Now it's rap.
It's rap.
He said it's rap. It's over.
Curtains, my nigga.
Like it has to be German. If not, it's just gonna be somebody like really fucking irrelevant.
Okay.
No, wait, I got you, YHuss. I got you.
Yo, let's go.
I got you with the alley oop. It's it's the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. Let's go.
Let's go.
Now we're gonna cut back. It's Don Krieg and Gin.
Yo, don't get that was the worst.
Actual insanity.
Bro, remember when I said Don Krieg and Gin because you know they're Sanji's family, so they need to be interesting right there. But you know they ain't strong enough to make that much of a depression.
Yeah, I give up. Yo, let's not go.
Interested to see what happens in the last couple cover stories. See if Caesar goes with the siblings and whatnot.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Interesting to see what happens. Let's move to the actual chapter.
Yes.
The Marco stuff was cool. Wasn't nothing too.
Yeah, the Marco stuff was alright.
Now with the Yamato, I actually think that this little bit of info here helps salvage her character a little bit. I don't know how you guys feel.
Yeah. It was a great scene. It was
right, because before it was definitely a little left field how she just decided not to go with them after how her character was built up. But with this little bit of exposition, it definitely gives insight as to why she decided to stay. It gives better insight as to why she decided to stay and why she told Momo and Kinemon what she told them, because it was definitely a little bit of a lackluster explanation.
Yeah.
But now we see there was a reason. There was a real reason of why she told them what she told them. I like the way that Oda wrote this in for her.
I saw something very cool actually that made me feel even better about this, like a few days after chapter, where it was like Yamato and Marco like staying in their hometowns is like kind of a showcase as to later in the chapter how Boa is the strong guardian of Amazon Lily, and obviously they're there for her, but it kind of goes to show that someone has to be there to protect people. So it was a good like just juxtaposition of positions by Marco and Yamato staying back in the same chapter that Boa stands up and shows off her own power.
I like that analogy. That's dope. That's dope.
I thought that like that made me feel a lot better about it.
And also it shows the reverse too, because like she realizes because of how powerful she is, she has to leave to protect her people right now.
Yeah, it's like Goku at the end of the Cell games.
Yeah, like some crazy shit like that. That's sick.
I was just gonna say the only I think that this is like fantastic, and this is something that we all been waiting for. I think that now my opinions kind of changed. Like before, remember last time I said I think she's like on the scale of like Vivi or whatever.
Yeah.
I think now she's even higher.
Yeah,
I think that this chapter confirms, because I mean Luffy wanted her. He's like, come on, why won't you join my crew? Like she clearly wants to join, but now she reminds me more of like Jinbei in this situation, where Jinbei has things to take care of, she has things to take care of, but when Momo gets strong enough, she'll probably leave and rejoin Luffy, because I don't think she'll set out on her own, because she's saying here like, man, I just really want to join your crew, I can't wait, like So we'll probably see her later at some point. I'm now convinced that we'll see her later.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I mean, to be fair though, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see 90% of reoccurring characters again.
Especially
before like the last battle. I'm sure that last battle is gonna be a whole Judah. Oh my God, what is the word I'm trying to say? Judah Puck Station.
I don't even know what
what you're saying, bro.
Justification.
Juxtaposition.
There we go.
Oh.
The fact of two things being seen or placed close together with contrast. Okay, I may have used the word wrong anyway. I'm not.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I definitely used the wrong word anyway. But regardless, we're probably gonna see a majority of the semi-major characters at some point before the last arc. But Yamato is like 100%. She'll probably be one of the main ones that we see fighting alongside them during the last battle or whatever the case may be. 100%.
I think she's actually going to join the crew though. Like not like remember when I said like she will be the same as like everybody else that just comes in at the last minute to the whatever war it is, but she's actually going to be a part of the Straw Hats, like legit, like Jinbei is.
Okay, yeah, no, I can see that 100%. So that's good for the Yamato stuff. We got a little bit of Marco action, but that pre-chapter stuff, it was cool, but it's not where the meat of the chapter was. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I do just want to say I'm very happy that Oda showed that Marco and Luffy interacted, because the entirety of Wano they did not interact.
Yeah,
and I was
really? Not once.
Yeah,
Not once.
Not
they
once.
didn't even see each other.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
Not
This.
once.
I mean, but it also shows in the conversation between the two, because Luffy's like, "Hey, you saved me during the Paramount War, didn't you? Thanks." You know, so like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like, oh shit, it's Marco.
Exactly.
What's up, dog?
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Literally,
So,
because he remembers him, because Marco was he was pinned down at the time when that shit was going down.
dude, it was
Yeah.
sick. I'm not gonna lie. That where he says like Ace would be proud of you.
And he started
That was
smiling. It was
emotional.
sweet.
Yeah,
It was
that-
definitely
that-
sweet. Yeah.
and that
I was
hit
like-
me. That hit my soul when
I
he
was
said
yeah,
that.
same,
Yeah,
that shit
my
hit.
soul.
It went away
Yeah,
quickly
that
how
hit
crazy the
me.
chapter was. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah,
it was
it
like
was
it's
just
very,
it got overshadowed.
Oh,
But yeah.
it's a
Yeah,
sweet,
but
it's a
I'm
very
very
sweet moment.
Yeah,
They
but I'm
changed- they
very,
changed
very
it.
happy.
They changed it in the official
Oh, word?
translation. Yeah, it says what does it say? It says I'm sure Ace is delighted to see how much you've grown since.
That's what I got here on this one. I'm on Manga Pill though. I'm not on TCB.
Oh, I'm on TCB. Yeah.
Okay.
TCB said what you guys said before. I think they always update it whenever the official.
Yeah.
Facts.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, basically the same thing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It was also cool to see Shanks like pursuing Marco as a crewmate, like at the end, just like he did when they met in before or after Annie's lobby or whatever. He's like,
Yeah.
"Yo, you sure you want to join my crew?"
And also, now we know why Shanks was even there. I mean, sure, to sell film red tickets, but also he was there to pick up Marco.
Oh, and also to watch Luffy's back.
I think that was a byproduct, but yeah, we'll
Definitely.
Do you think that the main reason,
bro? Yo, no. Here's the hierarchy. It's like selling tickets, and then it's like helping Luffy, and then it's like getting Marco. I'll give it like that's around there, same level. But
you
the
think he
tickets were
came
the
all the way
highest.
out here to recruit Marco? I don't know if I.
Nah, it was a
agree with that.
It was a joke.
Oh, my fault.
I
Okay,
mean,
okay,
it's
okay.
not
I
a joke,
missed
but it was
I missed
played off like a joke.
Okay. I see. All right, cool.
But yeah,
let's get into the Amazon Elite stuff because
Okay,
this was
all right,
actually
all right.
insane.
All right. So there was so much. What are we going to talk about?
Let's just go in order. I'm just going to go in order. We started with the Marines coming for Boa Hancock and showing off the new pacifistas, which one of them looks like Boa Hancock as a
We're
child.
doing the pacifistas first.
I mean, it's I'm just going in order of the chapter. That's the first thing that happened. Is the Marines came and they sent the pacifistas to attack the island. So
well, we're going to start off with the SSG then. Your boy was right. Months ago, I said...
Mod, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't remember it, so I'm not giving you credit for it. But if you want to take the credit, I respect it, bro.
No, not like this.
If you want to take the credit, I respect it, bro. I can't give it to you, though.
You weren't.
Yeah, I feel like what I will say is that like the like newer pacifistas or like pacifistas with different devil fruits or something like that I heard it a lot, but I remember you saying that, Mod. Don't worry. I do remember.
Oh, okay. Because
you got some credit.
even if other people said it, I did not get that idea from anyone else. That was my own idea.
Well,
My man wants that shit. Yes, sir. That's all you, brother.
My idea was that this whole time, like, they were going to reveal the new pacifistas against the warlords, and that's exactly what happened here.
Yeah,
So-
because there was I remember saying like it's supposed to replace the warlords, so it's gonna be something strong against them to show their power. As like, okay, we don't need these niggas anymore. We have something as strong or stronger.
Yeah.
Clearly, they didn't use all of them, like against all the warlords. They like singled them out. So clearly, obviously, they want Boa. So like the fact that fucking Blackbeard and the Navy both want Boa is kind of crazy. Like,
I mean,
it's ridiculous. Like, imagine if they had a I'm sorry, let me cut you off.
No,
But imagine if they had a pacifist that just had the power to turn people to stone, bro, and like they could do that in mass. Like that would be kind of ridiculous.
That's not even
do
fair.
y'all think I was just gonna ask, do y'all think the pacifistas have DNA of all the warlords and stuff? Because here's the thing, they have the Lunarian body fit, right?
Yeah.
But they also have faces of other warlords. Like the other warlord looks like Mihawk.
It's definitely Mihawk. It's definitely Mihawk. Yeah.
And
So,
then the fact that it cut like half the island, which is fucking ridiculous.
But
and he has a Euro sword too.
The thing is, though, is like obviously we don't know Mihawk's path. That's the big thing. But like, can we see Mihawk willingly giving his like letting them test on him and giving up blood samples or whatever?
That's why I think it's some shady Navy shit, bro.
They might have underhandedly took his DNA or
I
something.
think it's interesting. I also think that the fact that it was them when they were children is interesting because Boa was a slave as a kid, right?
So I think.
Well, I actually don't know how old they were when they were slaves. I'm not gonna act
I think they're raising them, like just how they kind of like have Judge's technology because they raise like Judge raised the clones from like kids to adulthood. That was like some Star Wars Clone War shit. So I think that's the same thing, and they just got some prototypes in, and they wanted to test them out real quick. That's why they're the children version. We might get like adult versions later on or something.
It might be okay. I see. So they weren't built as children. They just were kind of born almost.
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
I can see that.
See, like the perspective of like the pacifista always gets me like wondering because how do we know that later on there aren't going to be pacifistas with admiral's powers? You know, like we already have the ones with the Kizaru. Like what if?
Of course,
like in game One Piece hits, and then we've got a fucking pacifista with Kizaru lasers and can freeze people like Aokiji, or fucking we know Kaido was captured by the Navy a shit ton when he was a kid. So how do we know that later down the line we don't get?
I mean, that's what Momo's Fruit is, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't get fucking Yonko like pacifistas with like replicated devil fruits and shit.
I was thinking that too, because remember, Luffy was captured at one point too. Like when that's how he met Rayleigh. So like, what if they take the DNA right when they're captured, like, you know, like take a little piece or whatever, or some shit like that. And that's what they've been using. Like like there's so many ideas that like now are popping up because of this shit.
Yeah, like shit could really hit the fan with this.
And also, this is also crazy to think about that they replaced the warlords with people that look like warlords. Because here's the thing, I mean, if we're being real, the warlord system before was kind of trash because the pirates were able to do whatever they want. But the Navy's like, we don't need y'all. We'll take a pacifista that looks like y'all with maybe 60 to 70% of your power or whatever. And then, you know, boom, you know, but they'll actually listen to us. So,
yeah,
you know.
The problem with the warlords, right? They can be insubordinate and shit.
Exactly, and then splice their DNA with fucking Lunarian shit that they got.
Oh, that shit is crazy as
yeah, the Lunarian shit is definitely insane because we just found out about this race.
Yes,
an arc ago, and how strong they were.
Blackbeard, like recognizing the features to me was very interesting.
Yes. He's like,
he was like, yo,
Blackbeard definitely knows a lot more than we definitely give him credit for.
Also, real quick, because I noticed a few weeks ago, right, Oda had revealed sketches of how the Straw Hats looked when they were younger, as well as warlords. Yeah, I put it in the chat, in our sit down chat.
I saw this on Twitter.
And then if you look at that shit, yo, so now I'm like, Oda did this shit for a reason, right? You know, like he showed this early enough that some of us might forget, and now they're coming back, you know, like
full circle.
Full circle, exactly. So I'm
because to me, this is actually like searching up Mihawk as a kid is what like made me realize that thing was Mihawk, because of the shorts and the shoes is what like solidified it for me. I was like, oh shit, that's literally Mihawk's gear.
Who are the middle two?
The middle two is Kuma and Crocodile.
Yeah.
The middle one is Crocodile?
Yeah,
the one to his right is Kuma, yeah.
Kuma, okay. Damn. That tripped me up a bit.
Bro, Lunarian, young Dofi is gonna look crazy. I hope you see that shit, yo.
How did Lunarian Jinbei even look? Like how did Lunarian Fishman even look, bro?
Dude,
that's actually that's a very interesting point you bring up. I'm curious to see how they managed to do that. Or maybe they don't make all of the new pacifistas Lunarian.
Maybe.
You know, it's a possibility.
Dude, that Lunarian shit really was a trip though, and like it goes to like show with the King being in Punk Hazard shit, what they were using them for, because it didn't really mean anything to us when we saw him in his backstory. It's like, oh, he was at Punk Hazard. I wonder what they were doing, experimenting on it. But we saw the fruits of that in this chapter.
Holy hell! I didn't even connect that because when we saw the flashback, King and Kaido were breaking out of Punk Hazard, right?
Punk Hazard,
Holy hell, that's crazy.
Yep. Let me ask this real quick. What makes the Lunarian different from other people? Like, is it just that they like are on fire? Or, like,
I think they're more durable, right?
Abilities. They can live anywhere. They can live
they're more durable.
Inhabitable to people. Like, Queen said that about King. Like you can live like in places that are inhabitable. And yeah, it's the abilities, right? Because when they have the fire on their back, I think it's that their defenses are up.
Yeah,
but when it's off, they're really fast, right?
Or is it speed or some shit like that? Right?
It's both. It's both. The fire's on, they're really fast or something like that. Or no, the fire's on, they have a lot of defense, and when it's off, they're really fast, but they lack defense.
Okay.
That's how Zoro beat King, right? He realized that.
Yeah.
And then so yeah, that's really about all we know. And then, but we know they used to live on the Red Line, and they used to be called gods. We don't know if that was in the voice entry or before it. We don't know that.
Didn't they come from the moon? That's what they called Lunarians.
Well, Skypeans came from the moon too.
Okay, yeah. Aren't they like? I don't know.
Probably, yeah. They probably are from the moon. Yeah.
I mean, there's this big theory that every single inhabitant came from the moon, and at some point the moon became inhabitable, and people left the moon to live on Earth.
Yeah, we at least know that 3 winged races left the moon to live on Earth. We know that because of the hieroglyphics that Enel saw on the moon.
Yeah.
There was a Skypean, and then the Shandians had the headdress and wings, and then there was another race behind them. We don't know if it was Birkins or maybe it was Lunarians. But we know that, yeah, there are people from the moon, and it's probably the Sky people, right? But there's not much that we know about Lunarians specifically.
Right.
Well, I think I'm also starting to think that Joy Boy, the fruit of Joy Boy, is the fruit of the Lunarians, because I'm starting to think like Luffy, like the fact that Luffy can manifest. There are characters that manifest fire, and I don't know if y'all been seeing the film Red. Spoilers.
Don't spoil me. Don't spoil me. Don't spoil me.
Okay. All right. Well then. Okay. But I will say there's something with
that boy's about to get jumped, son. Yo, it's about to be over for you, man.
Say I'll have him for like 15 seconds, but like
there's something about fire manifestation.
We can leave it at that.
So I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. But the point is that like there are characters that sometimes being able to manifest fire, and like Luffy can. I wonder if that's like really because of the explanation of, you know, the spirit of Ace, or if it's because like, you know, the Lunar, like maybe because of the Joy Boy fruit and how King talked about.
No? Because
I thought that was already established, because one of the main things that they said when they introduced the Joy Boy fruit was his power was only limited by his imagination, which explained not only the Red Hawk, but why he was able to do Gear 2 and Gear 3 and etc.
I swear niggas took that line too seriously.
And also,
you think so?
Yeah,
I
think so.
Isn't Nika the sun god too? So
yeah, that we know that he's the sun god.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, so,
and I mean, like, but like it's never like blatantly confirmed 1-to-1 that Luffy could do it because
because the shit
they attribute it to Ace. So that's what I'm saying. Like
that's what they were saying the whole time. But then once we find out that he has the Nika fruit, who's also the sun god. I don't know. It's just
what I want to say about the imagination line is that the shit that he did in Gear 5 literally is just his rubber shit on crack. Holding lightning, he's able to do that because he's rubber. That's what I think. It's not some.
I will counter you by saying that there was one specific part of Eni's lobby that somebody brought up when the imagination shit got read that made me rethink that and made me think that it was because of the Nika fruit, and it was when he was fighting the cheetah dude. Why am I forgetting his name? Lucci. Thank you. He was fighting Lucci, and he blew up his fist to Gear 3, and Lucci got hit, and he was like, "It's just an inflated fist. How does it have the power of a giant? That does not make any sense. It should just be an inflated fist." And when he said that, and then the imagination shit got brought up, people brought up that was because of the Nika fruit, and because he put his imagination behind, my fist is going to be a giant fist, so now it's going to hit like a giant fist.
Oh, yo, Callie, that makes sense. And then also goes to show in that same arc, right? Because he showed off Gear 2 for the first time. And I had no idea that he would start doing that, and I feel like he was just imagining himself trying to be as fast as they were.
Right, because he drew inspiration from the CP0 members who were doing the fuzzy foot or whatever. I just fucked up the name so bad. Yeah, so I think there is some merit behind his imagination powering his abilities for sure.
That's fucking.
So you think he imagined like the ability to manifest fire to?
I think it was just inspiration. I think it was him inheriting Ace's will and combining it with his ability to imagine his abilities to fruition. I think it was a combination of both.
Yep.
That's how I look at it though.
I mean, it's not. I don't think it's a wrong interpretation.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't really have anything against it. Like I can't really say much in counter. Like it's actually pretty fair. I get it.
I think I just wonder, like, is the fruit like, because we don't know who from the Void Century like Nika was the sun god of, but I'm kind of starting to think that maybe he was the sun god to like multiple races, including Lunarians.
100%, 1000%.
It was a sun god. It was probably for the entire. I don't want to say the world, but like
like there's like 3 people who have mentioned a sun god.
Right,
Like, the Sanians,
so,
the Giants have said about talking about sun god.
That's
Like definitely.
I think the prisoners in Hunan were talking about him too, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong though.
It was who was saying the prisoners in Impel Down.
Okay, right. Yeah.
Yo, you know that since you brought that up, it just reminded me. We have the sun god of the Skypiea people. Was a big ass snake. It was fucking Gear 4, Snake Man. Like, bro, that's some OD shit.
That's crazy.
Actually, do y'all think, because some people said this, that Gear 4th is like Zoan forms, whereas like Gear 2nd and Gear 3rd are like, you know, the like regular fruit stuff, and then Gear 4th and variations are like special Zoan.
It's definitely possible because he is a human Zoan, so like he would have different human forms. You know what I mean?
That would definitely make sense. Oh, my camera died. No.
Ooh.
Oh, R.I.P.
A really cool, to bring back to the pacifistas and Lunarians, a cool like little parallel between, like, I guess I'm not Christian, but are seraphims, I heard they're gods, like angels to deliver justice.
Yeah. So
it's a biblical term.
Yeah, it's a biblical thing, right? Mm-hmm. And so for them to be like, it's like a bastardization of Lunarians, right? The gods that they took down from the Red Line, and now they're sending them as their angels to do their bidding. Then like they have black wings, so they're like fallen angels. It's a pretty cool, like,
that's actually
little
really cool. Yeah, that's
view of it.
And it makes sense too, because the Gorosei we're talking about the cleansing, right? And you know, the cleansing would be yeah. So sending down God's soldiers, the seraphims, is like, you know, biblically analogous to, you know, God sending down his soldiers into, you know, testing out humanity to see who's ready for the gates of heaven. So this is some shit. We really going.
I think like theological stuff has always been a big part of One Piece, like the Sun God. And, I mean, Kuma carries the Bible around, right? Like
literally carries the whole Bible around.
Yeah, I think I got done dirty. But
I don't even think it's limited to religion. Like Oda just draws a lot of inspiration from real life circumstances and events, and even locations. Like every single island has been based off of a. He definitely takes a lot of inspiration from real life and uses it in his work.
You love to see it, bro.
Yeah, Oda's the
it's like literally it's parallel to the theme of the story, right? Like you got it, like it's One Piece. It's about connection and understanding other people, like not forgetting history, right? What's that Robin quote? Those who ignore history are doomed to repeat it, or something like that. Like Oda's the GOAT. We all know that, bro.
Oda's the GOAT.
So it's the GOAT.
We'll never see this, but we love you.
Don't say never.
Oda's going. I believe, bro. I'm putting that energy in the air. Oda is gonna comment on one of our YouTube videos one day, bro, and then that's it.
One day, bro.
We're just gonna stop after that. We're just gonna stop after that, bro. We're gonna retire. We're gonna be the last episode, bro.
Okay, let's keep going in the chapter.
Yeah. So the Lunarian pacifistas come, and then out of nowhere, this is probably the most surprising part to me. Blackbeard pulls up. Now, I don't know if any of you guys in your "Where is Blackbeard going?" bingo card had Boa Hancock's Island on there, because this was probably the most surprising thing that I've seen for One Piece in a while.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about where Blackbeard could be going, what his possible goal could be. I don't think even YouTube, Reddit, I don't think anybody saw this coming. He came for the Pirate Empress's power.
The most common theories I saw was he was going after either an ancient weapon, or he was going to Big Mom's territory.
Right, Whole Cake,
Yeah, or like he was
Bro.
going to invade.
Or he was
like,
gonna go to Wano, like
Yeah,
because the Marines they weren't gonna do anything about it, right? They're like, we can't fuck with Big Mom and Kaido, so we're gonna let her off. And then and then Blackbeard's like, okay, if Marines not gonna do something, I'm gonna do something. So you just naturally connected to the Wano, maybe.
Right.
So yeah, no one had this. Okay, Loki, I think he's kind of bugging, bro. Like it's like Boa says, she's the most beautiful woman in the world. None of his ugly ass crew is gonna do something with the power.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Definitely not Katarina.
Yeah,
Wait, can we talk? Wait. Boa is that chick, bro.
Yeah,
she took out 2 Yonko commanders easily.
Her power is too strong, bro.
And Blackbeard,
By the way, Callie,
anyone that anyone that thought Koby was fucking with her, repent.
Okay, look. I also think that even what Blackbeard said, he's like, if I let go of you, you'll just turn us to stone. Like to me that's a big line. It's like
she could take him out.
She could take like off if you weren't like ready, like.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think this is a huge showing from her. She actually went crazy. She fucking went. She snapped, bro.
Right. Everybody who thought so low of Boa that she would just get so easily taken out by like the likes of like Koby or someone.
What I will say is that when I was peddling that idea, it was that the SSG would be crazy strong. I mean, they are crazy strong, but she still would have probably repelled them. But. And I think even in this panel that Callie has, one of my favorite panels.
Nah, this panel is so
this
fucking
this whole
sick,
panel,
bro.
And Kobe's expressions in the bottom left are just fire. But to me, I think like he actually only grabbed her because she was off guard attacking Kobe.
Yeah, exactly. Because she was about to finish him.
Yeah, she was about to smoke Kobe, but then Blackbeard intervened. Not to say he wouldn't get her one-on-one, but like that's kind of like this isn't even that bad of her. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing like CP0 intervening between Kaido and Luffy.
And people also misunderstood, I think, for a long time about Boa. They think that like, oh, you have to be super head over heels for her to get turned into stone. No, if you even find her a smidge attractive, like you know, everyday people, you can just like walk and see someone try like, oh, okay, and walk away. That's just enough. That's enough right there. That's enough right there.
She my little boo thing. I'm sorry. R.I.P. Pop Smoke. I'm sorry. Continue.
Nah, you good, bro. Perfect timing. No, but like the fact, like Kobe was saying, like she's super dangerous. Like Boa, like you remember back when Boa was first introduced, that Vice Admiral, his whole crew got decimated, and in order to protect himself, he had to damage himself. How strong,
he had like stabbed himself in the hand.
Yeah, he had to stab himself.
And he knew
as
about
a Vice Admiral. Like,
I definitely think. Yeah, her power is definitely
It's fucking crazy, but like ridiculous. She is just that bad.
But it's because of her too, right? So I don't know what Blackbeard was gonna
bug him, bro.
Do with her power, right? But
bro, there's this hilarious. Bro, there's this hilarious Twitter post with the dude he put a meme of like what Blackbeard would try to get the power to work. Look on the One Piece spoilers hashtag. It's a popular one. You'll see what I'm talking about, bro. This shit was hilarious. Look at that shit. It is hilarious. But go ahead.
I just realized though, like, you know how like Luffy has the whole Greek god, right, shit going on, and we've talked about how Blackbeard has the whole the earthquake. Well, I've talked about him with Hades and Cerberus and shit like that, with the darkness. If you add the stone fruit, which is also a form of like Medusa, which is also, you know, a big, you know, part of Greek mythology and shit like that, like, you know, there's a lot of parallels going on. I feel like that, even that Oda's been building up, you know. So
when Boa was telling the story to Luffy, like the rumor was that, like, you know, she was cursed by Gorgon's eye, by the Gorgon or whatever.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and that's a direct Greek mythology. Yeah.
Yep.
We'll show what we were talking about earlier, like the history and what he takes like inspiration from.
Yeah, and actually the Amazons are actually directly Greek mythology as well. Yeah. So so it's like we are out here, bro. Boa out here, and then also they raised Blackbeard's bounty too, because for a long time I was wondering, like, now kids is higher than Blackbeard. Like, I don't know, but I see like Oda brought it up.
He was not going to let that happen.
Yeah, it's out to be like, bro.
He's right below Shanks now, right?
Yeah, like right,
literally right
there.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is fucking insane.
But the fact that Blackbeard was contemplating about, letting her go or for his crew, Blackbeard is that dude. He was about to let his whole crew die.
Yeah, he's about to be like, you niggas. I'm not losing this.
The Blackbeard pirates, I love Blackbeard and I love the Blackbeard pirates because they are the truest representation of like actual pirates in the series.
100%.
They are tried and true, dirty, downright pirates, bro. They will do what they want and what they need to get what they want and what they need. I fuck with it so heavily, man.
His fit is beautiful.
fucks.
Yo, his
Yeah,
outfit right now is
That
beautiful.
nigga's drip. That nigga's dripped out.
Oh, you
Yes.
Talking about
Right,
Blackbeard,
Yes.
I'm
Anthony.
crying.
Yeah,
Bro.
He
like
definitely,
Anthony said, bro. Like he was about to let his whole crew die. Like,
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like he kind of had a fair point. Like if he let go of her without Rayleigh pulling up, it would have been raps for all of them. So why do we all go out if only like the other option is only I get out? So why would I pick the worst one? Why would I pick me dying too? I don't have to die. It's over for all of us. Why not just smoke? It's a very Blackbeard move. I'm not gonna lie.
bruh, and that look on his face where he's like, this is really weird. Okay, I'ma just kill you. And Kobe's like, no.
Nah, this look is definitely insane. My boy got the stone cold. Well, I guess.
Yeah.
You gotta die.
I guess you die.
I guess that's it, right?
Right.
R.I.P. Bozo. That's crazy.
Like, damn.
Bro. If they didn't show that first part, like of the chapter where Bo was chilling, I thought he was about to smoke her. No, I would have thought he was gonna murk her.
Yeah,
bro.
you would have definitely thought it would have been over. He could have definitely ended it like this on a cliffhanger, and we would have been shook, trying to figure out what's
Like,
going to happen.
someone literally told me the last page is because the chapter already felt long at this point, and I was like, yo, so much shit happened. And then someone told me, oh, the last page is life changing. I thought it was gonna be crazy. So I was like, is he really about to smoke her? Is that really the cliffhanger everyone's talking about?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad it didn't happen though.
100%.
And then on top of that, she made herself. I like the fact that Boa made herself like it was hard to choose one way or the other what to do with her for Blackbeard because Boa turned herself into a position that Blackbeard couldn't decide because he wanted her power, right? That's originally why he wanted to kill her.
Right.
So, but the fact that she was like, if you kill me, whoever takes my power, they won't be able to set free your crew. That changed everything because it's like, now I'm not killing you to take your, now I can't kill you to take your power. I had to kill you so you don't kill me. The way she, her power makes it, it flips his whole ambition on what he wanted to do. And that's probably the reason why he had that look on his face. Because he wasn't going to get shit.
No, he was serious, bro. It was literally about to be raps if he let her go.
Yeah, he may have gotten the power, but it wouldn't change. It would have saved his crew. And then if he let her go, he would have died. So it fucked up everything for him.
Yeah, he really only had one choice. I'm not gonna lie.
Also, can I just say, yo, because the panels right before that, Blackbeard was struggling against the pacifistas, the Seraphim.
It caught it, yeah. He was like, whoa.
Was he struggling?
Wow, struggling is a strong word.
I thought he was caught off. Not struggling. Oh, he was caught off guard. There we go.
He was caught off guard.
And then he hit these dough fruits. So no, it's like he's like, oh fuck, I gotta actually do something about this. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, this face right here, it definitely look a little struggle. I ain't gonna cap, bro.
Nah,
Look at his face, bro. His face looks crazy.
He was
If you go
surprised.
up a little bit, he's sweating. In that panel right there next to
If you
he's sweating
saw
up there,
something
bro.
that
I'm
looked
telling
like
you.
Mihawk and had Lunarian features, and you were in the One
That's what
Piece
I'm
world,
saying.
you would look like that no matter how strong you
Also,
were.
a random question.
Like,
Was this the first time Blackbeard used hockey up to this point?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's also confirmed. He has hockey now.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Because for a long time,
He had never
people
used it
didn't
up to
know.
this point.
Yeah, for a long time, people didn't know if he had hockey or not.
Because I even know Jake in the chat was talking about how he thought Blackbeard had no hockey whatsoever.
Yeah, I remember Blackhawk was saying one time that his theory was that Blackbeard's not gonna have hockey or armament hockey.
Okay, I think that's kind of insane. But Conqueror's hockey was a bit of a. Yeah, I think Conqueror's hockey. I mean, it's still up in the air. He hasn't shown Conquerors yet, but.
Yeah, but he said that he's not gonna have hockey. That's why he has different.
To me that's crazy. Bro. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, because I think most people could conclude that he might have basic ornament, basic observation.
Exactly. Not Toxic. It doesn't have it at all in the New World, bro. Come on.
Yeah, but I mean, technically, theoretically, he wouldn't. I mean,
he doesn't need to touch them at all, and he has
would be
2
the
strong devil fruits. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
He would be the one person where if he didn't have them, that would make sense just because of his yami yami. Yeah.
Like it would make sense, but like, yeah, no way he's doing it like that. I'm not.
Yeah.
So I think right here, Callie, below that fire page where he's like he's choking her. The next page where he's talking to Koby, where he mentions the Rocky Port incident. This is like one of the most interesting parts of the entire chapter because it changes like a lot of stuff. There's a few things. Okay, the first thing I want to focus on is actually not the Rocky Port thing, but the ousting Ochoku and becoming the boss of the Pirate Island. Ochoku?
Real quick, YHuss. In the official, it's Wang
Ji. Yes,
yeah,
this is also yeah. So it's the same motherfucker.
Okay.
And he was he was part of the Rocks Pirates.
If you look at it, look at the picture of him, he looks crazy,
he was.
bro.
All right, so I'm gonna be the ignorant person that I usually am. I do not know who
I got you, bro. I got you.
Please.
When they bring out the Rocks Pirates in the
I'm gonna put it in your chat, Callie.
In the flashback in Wano, when the Marines, well, it's not even the flashback. It's when the Marines are talking about the new bounties for the emperors, for Kaido, Shanks, or whatever. He talks about how Kaido, Whitebeard, Big Mom were part of Rox's crew, but he mentions a few other people. Shiki, right? Captain John and some Silver Axe motherfucker. Captain John and Silver Axe, we actually see their corpses in Thriller Bark. And the last person he mentions is Ochoku or Wang Ji. We know nothing about him. We just know, and Wang Ji is a Chinese pirate from like the real world in like the 16th century or something like that. So he's based off that motherfucker apparently. So that's really all it was until now. It was just a name that used to be the Rocks Pirates. But it kind of makes sense that he's a big pirate and assuming the previous boss of the pirate island, because if you mention him along those lines, he must have been a great pirate. That it's like a great pirate that came from Rox's crew. He was lifting off Whitebeard, Shiki, people like that. Yeah. So it makes sense that this guy is a big time pirate now, or like within the recent past. So yeah, clearly he was the boss of Pirate Island, and something that Koby did at Rocky Port allowed Blackbeard to oust this guy. The thing is, we have no fucking idea what.
Okay,
Koby
and this
did
is not the first time that Rocky Port incident was brought up.
This is the third time or so. The first time he mentions it is in right before Dressrosa when they talk about the warlords. And then Law was a warlord back then, right? So they call him the Surgeon of Death and mastermind of the Rocky Port incident. The next time they mentioned the Rocky Port incident was when they're going to the Rivery, when Koby saves Dressrosa from those sea pirate, the people that were shooting the torpedo at them, and he literally dies in the water and he grabs the torpedo, and he comes up aboard their ship, and Kairos or someone was like, "Oh, you're the hero of the Rocky Port incident."
Was it the king? No.
Oh, it was the king. Yeah, and he's like, "You allowed no civilian casualties at Rocky Port. Like you're a real hero, And Kobe's like, "Oh, it was nothing, right?" That's the second time they mention it. So that's just all that goes to show is that Koby and Law were in some sort of antagonistic position where Koby saved people at Rocky Port and Law was the mastermind of this incident. But we still don't know what it is. But this is just the third time they mention it, and I think it has to have been huge because I realized that he not only is he just the hero of the Rocky Port incident, like because that's what the king called him, right? The hero of the Rocky Port incident. Blackbeard and the Boaz pirates, they call him hero of the Marines. So the Rocky Port incident was fucking huge, I think.
Yeah, it was.
And the fact that like now we know that Blackbeard was a part of it too, is even amplifies it even more. You know what I mean?
Well, he benefited from it.
I'm about to say
how much part he had in it.
Yeah, I'm about to say what happened was what YHuss said. Koby protected, Law antagonized, and Blackbeard benefited from it.
We literally have no details at all.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
Well, regardless, I keep hearing. I remember one of the episodes YHuss was like, Strawhat, you brought up the Rocky Port incident, and YHuss was like, my goodness, I'm not the only one that keeps thinking about this.
My God, bro. Seriously. That's something that's always stayed on my mind.
Yeah.
Where incident, like, because One Piece has these like one-off, like legendary, like events or moments and stuff of legend, but it's never fleshed out in the story because it has nothing to do with like the Straw Hat.
Yeah, I mean those 2 years, like right? Two years of things that happened, like that we don't know.
From Enies lobby to like Saboti, they keep referencing the fact that the Whitebeard and the Marines are gonna fight, but no one knows why until Luffy goes to the Amazon Lily.
Yeah.
Right.
like these little things in the background that happen, or like it's funny how he does this. I was trying to find where they first mentioned Rocky Port for this podcast, and I went to the beginning of Punk Hazard, right when they showed Law when he opens the door for Smoker, and I saw that. Remember when that guy Brownbeard, the crocodile motherfucker, that got sliced by Caesar, and they run up on the Zoro, Luffy, Robin, and Usopp, and they see Zoro with the sword, and they're like, oh, that must be the samurai that attacked us. But they're talking about Kinemon, right? So like the small things that they mention in the background that are moving around the Straw Hats, they don't really notice at first. Like to me, that's like one of the most interesting things. So yeah. The thing is that it involved Koby and Law. To me, that's enough of it for me to be a big thing.
And if you think about it, I mean, we'll talk about that later, but because it literally will be towards the end. But Law, he turned in 100
pirate hearts.
Yeah.
So I know exactly where you're gonna go with this.
Yeah. So we'll I guess we'll wait till the end because that's going to be huge to talk about. Yeah.
But yeah, this is to me, this is one of the most interesting pages where he's telling him like what you did at Rocky Port helped me out, and then people calling him hero just shows me that Rocky Port was huge.
Yeah.
And then also, do y'all notice that Boa they got Luffy's wanted poster up on the castle?
Yeah.
Yeah,
huge.
That is
huge.
It's a huge ass poster.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that Koby didn't say anything about it. It was just but obviously there was too much going on.
Yeah, I was about to say in the circumstances, it probably.
Are you looking at Blackbeard really, boy? I wouldn't even notice the fucking picture.
Right. Yeah, but that was crazy. And also, how much does Blackbeard not know when he was holding Boa and he was like, I don't think any man can resist your charm. And it would be crazy if she was thinking of Luffy in that moment or something like that. But no, because that would be crazy if she thought of Luffy because she thinks that Luffy is in love with her too.
Oh no, no way.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
No, really, this chapter had so much insane stuff, so I was so glad, Mr. Thank you for bringing up the fact that I talked about it because I really I think about this shit all the time whenever I see Koby or Law. So also, I was talking to my buddy about this at Locals on Friday, and he mentioned that this means Law is going to continue to be a big factor in the story. Which is good.
Yeah, that's where we got to talk about the end. But before that, Rayleigh comes in the clutches, bro.
I ain't gonna lie.
Look at that right there.
Rayleigh mid.
Yo, what?
What?
Are you crazy, bro? Oh no!
You're out of your mind,
Kelly, what do you mean? No, Kelly. What do you mean by that?
You know why I say Rayleigh mid? Because that boy bet it all on his clout, bro. I can't rock with that. Dude. That boy is a clout whore, bro. If he ain't have his clout, that boy was about to be in the dirt. R.I.P. Bozo, bro.
That shows you how insane Rayleigh is. Think about it. Your clout alone put a Yonko in line. Your clout alone put a Yonko in line.
If I was Blackbeard, I would have simply tested him anyway.
It worked out though. It worked out though. Yo, the thing is,
Cali, you built it for me.
Yo, the thing is though, guys, it worked out because Rayleigh's first thing he says is that he tells Boa, release everyone, and everyone will leave. So this was a way better opportunity for Blackbeard. He's like, you know what? I could have taken mad losses coming here. But if this guy wants to negotiate peace, fuck it.
Yeah,
Callie, let me put it like this. Bro. I gotta put some perspective on that because you can't do that to Rayleigh. Look, bro. Look, think about it like this. If you were in Blackbeard's position, right? Mm-hmm. Blackbeard was Whitebeard's apprentice. He was a cabin boy or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. That means he had mad encounters with Rayleigh. So he knows from firsthand experience the kind of OG that Rayleigh is, the Dark King. He knows why he's the freaking Dark King. And on top of that, as he gets older, he has no problem challenging Whitebeard commanders because he killed Thatch. He has no problem challenging Whitebeard himself on his deathbed, even though Whitebeard still was going to whoop his ass. And just in general, he knows where to challenge. So you telling me, if you were in Blackbeard's shoes, you still would have tried Rayleigh, I think, knowing firsthand what you dealt with?
I think that just proves my point, because you literally just said he's challenging these people regardless.
No, you're not getting my point. My point is that despite him challenging all these people, he don't fuck with Rayleigh off of the experience alone, like bro.
What I will say is
bro.
what I will say is to my point earlier is that this going along with what Rayleigh wanted was an advantage for him. Those other times, like he was up big on Whitebeard. He thought he was basically smoked from the war. He had half his face burned off from a canoe. Like, I'm not gonna obviously. I'm on your side. I don't know what Kelly's saying, but I do think he had a lot of like incentive to go with what Rayleigh was saying.
Yeah. I mean,
so what you're saying, it wasn't all for the strength that he was fearful of Rayleigh. He just saw it as an opportunity.
I mean, Rayleigh even said it. He wouldn't have beaten him right.
Right, now. And I think that's what I'm saying. I think Blackbeard knew that. So I can agree with your point, YHuss, to that. He saw this as an opportunity to de-escalate the situation and get his commanders back.
Yeah, because this turned into a four-way scrap that they don't want, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that. Rayleigh's still mid.
Yeah,
Rayleigh's not mid. You're out of your mind.
Yeah, you're out of your mind for that.
You're out of your mind.
And then on top of that,
put me in One Piece, I'm taking out Rayleigh, bro. I ain't gonna
no, Cal.
Look at you. Me too, bro. I'm just saying.
No, bro. Nah, y'all all
look at you is crazy.
If I was in One Piece, I'd be like, Rayleigh. These guys stepping up to you. Don't worry, man. You can sip some tea. YHuss, Callie, move.
Simply be
that boy a fan for real. Oh nah.
That's
crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
That he was able, people like don't think of Rayleigh as like a top tier or anything, but the fact that this dude went toe to toe with Kizaru, and whether you think he would have won in the long haul or not is irrelevant, because the fact remains is that they know where he lives. They know where Rayleigh lives, and they still don't step to him.
I mean, there's no reason to. There's no reason to, though. What reason do you have to go to him? Like, he's not doing nothing. He's minding his business.
He was the second in command of the Roger Pirates.
Yeah,
what
but
you mean?
he doesn't.
Rogers is like family and shit. They don't fuck with anyone from Rogers' crew. They'll kill anyone, bro.
To say like, what you mean? They killed the whole point of like them getting Ace was because he was Roger's son. So that means all the Roger Pirates themselves can get it. And you telling me the second in command? We'll just leave him. Bro, no, stop it. He's so legendary, right? That the Straw Hat Pirates didn't even know anything about the Yonko, but they heard about Rayleigh. He was in books and everything. He's a legend. That would mean so much. No, because Nami
just killed
Nami. Yeah, like Nami and Usopp didn't know anything about Shanks and Yonko, who you would argue are like the top tier pirates. But the fact that they know Rayleigh, come on now, like.
Honestly, we don't spend too much time on kind of disrespecting Rayleigh. Let's just
that's just
right. That's
respectfully out of your mind, but you know,
absolutely bugging.
Absolutely,
put some respect on Rayleigh's name. That's all I gotta say.
You gotta respect it, yo. He bagged fucking the second generation.
He pulled a Luffy.
Yeah,
he pulled a Luffy.
Luffy following his steps, bro.
Luffy pulled the Rayleigh, actually. That's what we got to say.
Shakuyaku? Yo, oh, damn. Like,
what a reveal, dude. What a reveal.
Wait, I'm confused. What are y'all talking about? I'm confused.
His girl.
His girl is the Empress, or is the previous Empress of Amazon Lily, right? Shakuyaku?
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. I saw this panel, and I just thought, I didn't even fucking look at the text underneath,
the writing? Yeah.
I just thought she was just one of the peoples on the island. I didn't even pee.
She was the bartender. She was the bartender and his lover.
Oh, she was. Holy shit. Bro, I be zoned out. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's insane.
Bro. But yeah, no, that was a randomly sick reveal. It doesn't really mean too much in the grand scheme of things, but it was
that's cool. That's definitely mad cool. I didn't even notice that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I passed by it the first time when I was reading the chapter because like it all just blended in for me. Like I saw the text bubbles and I scrolled down to the next one. I didn't even see that shit at the bottom right page. Like,
I checked everything.
It was low key. It was low key. And I mean, Rayleigh saying it right there. We got lucky, but the real juice here is that there's two crazy things. That these fucking pacifists look just like the warlords. We kind of talked about that already.
But yeah, the end of the chapter.
Why does she have stars in her eyes? I didn't really get that.
Oh, was that what you were gonna say?
No, I was just wondering. I forgot about it because I read the chapter and I was so confused. Now that I see it again, it's like
did Mihawk
has his regular eyes.
Nah, but that kind of thinks about like they talked about people with special circumstances of their eyes, like Luffy got
Yeah, 100%. Which is, but I've never seen a star one.
We haven't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, a little.
We have
Wait. Just a side note, I didn't know if anyone noticed, but Rayleigh's emitting Conqueror's hockey coating. Just
Oh boy, mid Conqueror's hockey. Oh boy. Anyway.
Yeah. It was kind of, to me, it was kind of like, I just saw the Black Lightning. I'm like, wow, that's fucking insane. And then I saw Rayleigh. I was like, oh, it's Rayleigh. That's what I was thinking. I completely forgot about it. But you're right. He is using that's fucking
Conqueror's
crazy.
coating.
Yeah. I mean, but that's not a surprise at all, right?
Yeah.
Where do you see that?
It's,
The lightning
right
went for the
there's
show.
a little lightning bolt, and then you can
And
see it in the panel.
Yeah.
It's coming off him. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's radiating.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
Okay, where?
We at Endgame, so now the people who got Conqueror's coating is going to be showing it way more often.
100%.
Yeah.
We definitely.
Yeah, that's not a surprise at all. But yeah, the very last thing, the craziest development from this battle, Koby is abducted.
Yep.
Any ideas?
So
By the
I have
Blackbeard
three.
Pirates. Go ahead.
Right. So I have 3 ideas. I think
Okay.
that this means we're going to see a Luffy versus Blackbeard interaction way sooner than we thought.
Yeah.
This also could mean that we could see a Garp interaction with Blackbeard at some point.
Okay.
Because if he is like the theory of him leading Sword or whatever, if that's true, then Sword will be mobilized to get Koby. That means X Drake, potentially Aokiji.
X Drake. Oh my god.
Yeah, we might see some.
Who?
Wait, who?
I fucking hate y'all.
Who are you talking about?
I hate y'all so much.
You mean that one useless nigga from Wano?
That was one of the fodder, right? That was one of the foot soldiers, right?
He was a number.
I got to get over that. Oh my gosh, y'all are terrible. Oh my goodness. Like it's just
No, you had something with Aokiji though.
I would never thought in a million years that Wano would make y'all feel like Drake was like
Drake,
Bro,
was just fodder. Like, bro, like
nigga's ass.
Honestly, bro, I don't want to get in this discussion again, bro. Like,
Yeah,
we've
done it too much.
We've done this
All right,
multiple
all right,
times.
all right.
bro.
We know where we stand.
Yeah, bro.
all right, bro.
But no, yo, you had a good point with
That's
Aokiji though.
wild,
Aokiji
yeah.
potentially being part of Sword.
Yeah,
I like that idea a lot.
So because of that, we might be getting, Garp mobilizing to get Koby back. Potentially whoever is the leader of Sword, which I think is Garp, and maybe Sengoku as well, like co-leadership or whatever.
My thing with that is Sword separate from the Marines.
Yes, that's the.
They're
that's
separate
Okay.
as CPs, as the Cypher Pole is separate from the Marines.
My-
well,
so-
because
I'm sorry, but my thing just is are they under Akainu or not? Because I'm like 99% sure Akainu does not give a fuck about Koby.
well, hold up. I mean, it would look bad optically because for one, Koby is the hero.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
That's the big thing for me. Yeah, okay, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
yeah, like it would be the same as like if Sengoku didn't give a fuck about Garp, but he let him to die by whoever's hands. Like it would just look bad.
Yeah, no matter how strong Koby is, clearly he has gained some enormous clout from that Rocky Port incident.
Facts.
Yeah.
Where he is like the new poster boy for like
Exactly.
Yeah.
Marine
Yeah.
justice
Future
and
of
he's
the Navy.
Yeah, he's the new poster boy the same way Garp
And I'm
was.
sure we remember.
Years ago.
Yeah, Garp's name is Garp the Hero, so it's a big title to get for the
Yeah.
Marine.
So the
And he's
fact to
also
give
the
out
French
that hero
dude.
title is not a likely matter. So the fact is they can't just let Koby simply die.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Even if I kind of doesn't like
he
it.
is just a captain though. He's not even a vice admiral.
yeah. Well, he's
Yeah,
getting there
but-
though. He's getting there.
Yeah,
I mean, 2 years.
But he's
bro.
like, it would just look bad if the Marines just let that slide, just off the simple fact that like he's supposed to be a upstart. Like he is the prominent next generation admiral,
Mhm.
whatever else, or the future. He's what the future is supposed to look like. He carries the future on his back. So if Akainu just lets him die, what does that say about how he feels about the Marine
And his
legacy,
future.
or like the
exactly.
Marine, the future generations of
That guy
Marines?
definitely smoked a ship full of civilians. Let's not forget that. I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah, but he does not want the problems of dealing with the
Optics,
the last thing he
optics.
wants is the public, the general public, to hate the Marines. because because we're already seeing.
But yo, he was gonna smoke Kobe
see it
on camera though.
He was, and at Marineford.
He was gonna smoke Kobe in the middle of Marineford in front of everyone.
That was before he had the hero title though.
Yeah, but
that still would have made the Marines look bad. I will maybe possibly contributed to a lapse in judgment with everything that was going on.
And then on top, and then YHuss, to counter that, on top of that, he didn't know they were on camera. No one knew that because remember, Buggy's crew was the one that put the camera on.
We might not.
So the Marines did not know. They did not know. It's different if like he actively knew. Like I think that's different.
That's some Homelander shit, yo. He showed his true colors,
bro.
Homelander shit is insane.
I'm one of you.
You know, he's just like all uniform and like, I'm okay. I'm a superhero. And then like off camera, he's like, I'm gonna murk this motherfucker, yo. Like, that's what he's about to do. Was the one that saved Kobe at the time.
Right, but then the third
war.
The third idea I had, and this is the one that I was alluding to earlier with YHuss, that we're going to see Blackbeard and Law interact because of the Rocky Port incident. All three of them are tied together through the Rocky Port incident, and we knew that they all three like separated from between Law, Kid, and Luffy. I believe didn't we talk about this last time when we talked about where they were going?
Where they might be going. Like there's Elbaf and Sphinx Island in the next direction. And there's one more, I think.
Blackbeard's Island.
Pirate Island is also in that direction. Yeah. So one of them is going to each of those.
Yeah.
We don't know which yet.
We could. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Do you think we could actually get a fucking team up between the Straw Hat Pirates and the Navy to get fucking Kobe back?
I think in like some spontaneous way.
Smoker, you know, like, and then
I think if it's like something spontaneous,
I don't think it's gonna be like cool. It would be OD
now
sick
they're getting together and
like they just happen to. But also, here's the thing: I will say I don't like the whole damsel in distress for Kobe.
I don't like it either. Like they want him to be like, his whole thing has been him trying to show that he's like can be strong enough to be an admiral one day.
Right.
I don't really want a million people having to come save Kobe. It doesn't need to be in his lobby.
Honestly,
I feel like I'm sorry, Matt. I feel like that I can't necessarily say damsel in distress because I feel like, I don't know if it's just me making a wild inference, but I feel like Kobe went willingly.
I agree with you.
I was gonna say that.
Okay.
I feel like this was a compromise between all parties.
Right.
And Kobe was like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, take my niggas out of the stone. We'll cease this.
But this also goes to show the whole that Kobe could still he's part of Shield, Sword. I mean, and like, Sword is what isn't their whole thing like an internal investigation on the government, like the Navy and like how it's mishandling this?
We don't really know that, but you can infer it because Sword and Cypherpole Aegis 0 and Aegis means Shield, right?
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
A shield is meant to protect, right? So
So
Cypherpole is protecting the world government's interests.
And Wano was like a microcosm of that interaction because L. Drake fought the CP0 members. Fought is a strong word.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I hate y'all. I hate y'all so much.
Nigga got obliterated, bro.
You got problems.
Real quick, I actually think that this could, I might just be making a wild assumption here, but let's say that
you said worse shit. Don't worry, bro.
No, this isn't one of my bullshit. This is actually legit, right? I think it would be really sick if Luffy ends up going to Pirate Island, right? And like you guys said, the Marines try to save Kobe, and Garp ends up pulling up, and we end up getting a Rocks Part 2.
Oh yeah,
with Luffy and the Straw Hats teaming up with Garp and some Marines to save Kobe from Blackbeard and his crew. I think that would actually that'd be a really sick instance.
Question: is the Pirate Island, is that where God Valley is?
No. We don't know where God Valley is. The Pirate Island is just like it's where Rocks' crew was formed, though.
Bet. Okay.
And God Valley got wiped off the map according to the world government. So
Word. Okay.
I think the Aokiji and Kobe thing is interesting because Aokiji, people theorize that Aokiji is part of Sword, right?
I've been saying that since day one, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So Sword.
There you go. Like that could be a and in that maybe he doesn't even need Luffy or the Marines. Aokiji
And wait, ain't Aokiji working with Blackbeard like low key?
Yes,
he's on his team. He's on his crew. So
yeah.
So it doesn't. Yeah, it might not have to be the Marines forming some sort of assault or Luffy coming. It could be how one thing X-Drake didn't want to was saving Law from Hawkins, right? Yeah. So it could be something like that where Aokiji like gives him the key, like low key, right? And lets him get out somehow. It could be something like that. Another thing I'm surprised we haven't talked about is that there's an organization that's taking bounties on Marines.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then there'll be an interesting interaction between like Alvida and Koby again.
Yeah, he would be if they give him to Cross Guild, he would be reunited with Alvida.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
So
I'm here for that. That's definitely a possibility.
Real quick though, like it just got me thinking, like, you know how, so we know Sword is like an undercover type of shit going on, right?
Yes, sir.
What if, and we're saying that Aokiji's part of Blackbeard's crew right now, right? And also part of Sword. What if Koby going willingly is to give Aokiji an order, or to like inform him of something, you know what I mean?
Because they can't willingly roll it.
Exactly.
Koby would know. Because Koby would know if Aokiji, is undercover.
Exactly. I'm gonna go one step deeper.
What?
Remember that whole theory that Law is part of Sword? A big tenet of that is that Aokiji was at Punk Hazard, but we still don't know why. And who was living in Punk Hazard.
Exactly.
You can't just call niggas and be like, yo, what's good? Because they're obviously tapping and stuff. So he might have been meeting with Law for some reason. And another thing, the reason why this will, like, the big key, bro, what if the Rocky Point incident was staged to give them both a sort of boost in popularity for Law to become a Shishibukai and Koby to be the hero of the Marines?
Yep.
Bro.
It's just set the narrative. I mean, I wouldn't put him past.
So the Rocky Point incident happened when?
In mid-time skip. We don't know when, but it was during the skip.
Okay. Interesting.
But it also got me thinking, like with the whole Straw Hats and Navy coming together at that time, right, to save Koby. That's when we find out the whole great betrayal. Oh, Law's been working with the Navy the whole time.
And this gives him the big role in the future.
Right, and then that fills in the hole. There's a big, great betrayal between the two, and then Luffy's just like laughs it off because he's like, "But that's my friend about Koby," you know what I mean? So he's like, "I don't give a fuck," because like
they were both Marines anyway. I was already friends with the Marines.
Exactly. Yeah. So then it's a big laugh, and then they fucking save him or some shit. Hopefully,
because this is a similar setup to when Ace got taken in by the Marines and stuff like that, right? Like kind of, sort of.
As in Kobe being kidnapped by Blackbeard?
Yeah, like this. So, I feel like at some point Luffy will find out whether it's like, because it's on the paper, right?
Yeah, it's on the paper.
Yeah, Robin is, they all know Kobe.
Right now.
Nami reads the paper. Yeah, like, so I don't know, unless no one tells Luffy or like whatever, like Luffy's gonna find out. He might try to pull up to Blackbeard's Island or something, or heck, he might run into Shanks while that's happening, because Shanks kind of has some ties to Koby, being the one protect him or whatever. When Akainu, so we might also get some Shanks, bro. There's so much that could be happening.
That's sitting here trying to think about everything, bro. But like, there's so many like possibilities that could just lead from this, bro.
Yeah,
and I remember in one of the last few episodes we talked about like the possible destinations, right? Mm-hmm. And we know, not that we know, but we because someone had a map before, and then we flipped it because it was shown in the.
It was
right?
like the opposite,
Yeah, and one was Elbath, and Law was going there, right? But it showed that fucking Kid was going to the pirate island. So what if we get another fucking team up between the Straw Hats and fucking Kid against fucking Blackbeard or some shit like that too? It's like
it could go anywhere. It could go anywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways.
So we get a bit more Kid, just how like we got a lot of Law and Luffy. Now we're gonna get a lot of Kid and Luffy for a bit, and then
there's another possibility, because remember a long time ago, years ago, when Weevil, when he was looking for.
I forgot about Weevil.
Yeah, I mean Weevil, he said he wanted to kill Blackbeard or something like that for taking away his quote unquote pop. So. We might at some point get Weevil. Hey, he's either going to be on.
I completely forgot about Weevil, bro. I completely forgot about him, bro.
Bro, but it makes sense though. He's an anomaly because he could just show up whenever, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he could, like,
Yo,
like,
dude, the Marines jumped him too. There might be a Seraphim on him right now.
yeah,
that's
exactly.
true.
So
There might be.
they might update us on that.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that's
Weevil,
Seraphim
like,
shit's crazy.
Weevil is going to be that monkey wrench that will either show up on Sphinx Island or he'll show up at the Pirate Island.
Yeah.
One of those two. This could be one crazy. This is like Avengers level, like catastrophe. The fact that Koby has tie-ins with Garp, Luffy, and then Shanks, and then Law, and potential and just because of who he got captured by, Weevil, like, bro, like, this is gonna be so
Honestly,
crazy.
I feel like we might even should have expected things like this to happen, because if the final war is going to encompass all these factions that we know, it's got to be some crazy shit's going to kick off, right?
Yeah.
So like it doesn't, like, this makes a lot of sense, is that it's some crazy shit like this, because this chapter was legitimately, you just kept going, and then you see Blackbeard, and then you see these fucking Lunarians, and then you see these like Rayleigh. It's like, bro, what is going on right now?
Right, bro. And
We
then
might be in for more shit like that.
Yeah, and then what you talked about earlier with him just simply turning him over to Cross Guild, that would be interesting too.
That
like,
would be
this is.
And then
this is
it's like Mihawk and Blackbeard get some sort of like, maybe like Mihawk says, oh, I don't really fuck with you, but we'll take the bounty, or whatever. So it could go anywhere, man. It could go fucking anywhere. It could go anywhere.
Bro, you know what's crazy though? Yo, that one panel of Amazon Lily after the weeks after the battle, you see the one side just sliding downward, like it's sinking. That shit's crazy, bro. Like this battle.
Beginning, right? Oh no,
No,
it's above Shakuyaku. Yeah, but like it's like right there, down, below Rayleigh's face. Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, you see the island just.
It's just fucking
Eviscerated,
going
yeah.
down, bro.
Yo.
And I'm just
The
like, yo,
past
this.
pieces ain't no joke, man.
No joke.
You cut an island in half. That's what Law did at Punk Hazard, bro. Holy
Literally.
fuck.
And Lord needed his
Nice.
double fruit for that. It's past
I'm saying
great.
that's
Well, these
so
shits are
actually.
awesome.
I mean, he's modeled after the world's greatest swordsman, so I wouldn't be.
I'm not surprised. It's just,
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
it's
shook,
just crazy.
bro.
Nah, it's definitely just
Like-
insane, 100%.
yeah. What a that shit was wild, bro.
W chapter, W chapter.
That was a good chapter.
Yeah, anything else you guys want to speak on before we wrap it up?
No, it's good.
Not really,
Oh,
man.
No break. So we
No
got-
break next
No
week,
break.
baby. So we back and we better. Also, real quick, guys, want to apologize that we couldn't get you guys an episode yesterday. We had a lot of things going on between all of our members here. But next break week, we are gonna be back with part 2 of our One Piece fighting game stream, where we go over what we would want in a One Piece fighting game, going over everything from mechanics to levels to characters, etc., etc. Part 1 did really well, so we want to continue that with part 2. We're gonna get that to you next break week. But yeah, we got a chapter next week, so we're gonna go over that. I'm very interested to see where we go from here. If we
Yes.
just go straight to Koby, or if we go back to the Straw Hats, or we get maybe another development around the world while Wano was going on. There's a lot of possibilities right
There's
now.
so much, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
So
so
much.
good, dude. I'm so excited.
100%. One Piece is the goal, man.
I'm saying.
GODA, baby.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
but that's gonna be it for Strawhat Sitdown today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Till next time, hope you guys make sure you guys follow, subscribe to us on YouTube, listen to us on Apple Music Podcast, Spotify Podcast, Podbeans, all that good stuff. We appreciate y'all. And yeah, so next time, guys, y'all take it easy, be safe, be healthy, and we will see y'all when we see y'all. Take it easy. Peace, peace, peace.
Peace.
Later.
All right.